Hola, assalamu alaikum, and hello to all the listeners out there. You're listening to Daily with Namana, which is Namana Ahmed. Today's episode, basically I did an interview with Michael. You already probably recognize him, his voice from previous podcasts. I did like a chat with him. It's not really an interview, it's just more a chat actually for this one. So that's why on the post I said conversation instead of interview. You get ya? But I'll also be reminding you guys a few more du'as from the 99 names of Allah as well. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And let's go on with the episode. So what I'm going to remind everyone a few du'as from the 99 names of Allah first, and then we get on with the chat with Michael after the initial break. So yeah, let's get started. So, the 99 names of Allah. So, as a reminder, in case you guys didn't know, the 9 names of Allah, the ones that we've done so far, are Allah, Allah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik, Al-Quddus, and As-Salam. So those are the ones we already done. Basically I read three 99 names of Allah's du'as per episode. I've been doing it for the last 2 episodes now. So you can just listen to them if you haven't yet. I think they're right near the end of the podcast area episode, so yeah, just in case anyone didn't know where it is, but yeah. So now I'm going to carry on with the next 3 99 names of Allah. So the first one that I'll be talking about is Al-Muni, which is the guardian of faith, in brackets, source of faith and giver of safety. Al-Muni. So, there are 3 du'as that we can use for Al-Muni. So, Bismillah. Allah, Al-Muni, we know that you are the source of faith and the giver of safety. So, there are 3 du'as that we can use. Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Al-Muni. No. Ya Al-Muni. Bless us with strong iman, lead us in taking care of our trust and fulfill our promise, and bless us with all the characteristics of your beloved believers. Ameen. The second dua is Ya Al-Muni, guide us steadfastness and safety in this world and hereafter, and make us of those who enjoy the ultimate safety or paradise, or Jannah in Arabic. And the last one using Al-Muni is Ya Al-Muni, let not our heart divert after you have guided us and grant us from yourself mercy. Ameen. So Ameen. So that was 3 du'as using Al-Muni. The second 99 names of Allah we're talking about, which is number 7, is Al-Muhaymin, which is the protector, the guardian, the overseer, and the protector of safety. Al-Muhaymin. So once again, there are 3 du'as that we can use from using the name of Al-Muhaymin. So Bismillah. Allah, Al-Muhaymin, we know that you are the one who ensure our well-being. So Bismillah. Ya Al-Muhaymin, make us mindful of you in everything we do, and aid us in accepting and being content content with your disagree in good and bad times. Ameen. Yeah, second one. Ya al-Muhaymi, make the Quran our close companion and a witness for us. Protect and cure our hearts from the disease. Ameen. Disease and protect us at all times against others and ourselves in this life and the hereafter. Ameen. And the last one is an al-Muhaymi is Ya al-Muhayni, protect me and my family from evil calamities, hardships, trials of life, death, grave, or the fire, invades and shaitan from man and jinn. Ameen. So Ameen. And the last 99 names of Allah we're talking about in this week's episode, which is number 8, is Al-Azim, which is the Almighty. Al-Azim. So this one, there's actually 2 du'as that you can use for the book I've got with me that my mum sent me a while ago. There are 2 du'as that we can use. If anyone wants the full version of this PDF book that I've got, you can just let me know via Instagram, or if you got my number, text me and I'll send it to you, inshallah. Al-Azim. Allah. Al-Azim. We know that Almighty belongs to you. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Al-Azim, adorn us with the honor of Islam, protect us and misuse our powers. Ameen. Ya Al-Azim, make us among those who receive upon your power only makes us benefit from the Quran, and protect us from all of those who wants to overpower us. Ameen. So Ameen. So Jazakallah for listening to my little segment of the 99 names of Allah's du'as. Inshallah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So we have done basically the first 8 plus Allah's du'as. So next week's it will be the names, so 9, 10, 11, which is Al-Jabir, Al-Muqabbir, Al-Khasin. So those are the worst ones we could be looking at next week. And yeah, inshallah, may Allah bless everyone through this tough time. Ameen. And yeah, so the nasheed I'm gonna play for you guys this week is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and nasheed by the Shams, and inshallah I hope you guys enjoy it.
Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. There is no Islam without you, no one with Iman can doubt you. There is no Islam without you, no one with Iman can doubt you. All creation singing praise, all creation وسلم. At his birth angels assembled, idols fell and mountains trembled. At his birth angels assembled, idols fell and mountains trembled. Merciful to all creation, merciful to all creation, he is come, the chosen Muhammad. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Darkness leaves wherever he walks, pearls upon his lips when he talks. Darkness leaves wherever he walks, pearls upon his lips when he talks. Sun and moon in all their brightness, sun and moon in all their brightness, fade before the light of Muhammad. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Oh Muhammad, light of guidance, you're the love that shines inside us. Oh Muhammad, light of guidance, you're the love that shines inside us. Let this nation stand united, let this nation stand united, walking on the path of Muhammad. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Hola, assalamu alaikum. Hello to all the listeners out there again. Welcome back to Daily with Namana with your host Namana Ahmed. And inshallah, I hope you guys enjoyed that nasheed, which is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam nasheed by the Shams. Will be linked down below, as always. But now I am gonna play you guys a conversation between me and Michael. I'm not gonna get into too much detail because we talked a lot about different information, different topics and stuff like that. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And and I'll see you guys after the conversation with Michael. And until then, I'll see you guys after that interview / conversation. So hello, Michael.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. How's college?
Well, we're doing performing arts. Well, when the podcast will be out, it'll have already been. But on this Friday, I'm doing a play, our first sort of socially distanced performance, which will be nice. So, to a social distanced audience, but something to look forward to.
Cool. That's nice. Mine's just like, just can't be bothered anymore with college.
Oh no.
So what do you want to talk about?
Probably just talk about, usual music and stuff and whatever's going on at the moment, I suppose.
Okay, so how's your music going on?
So my music is, it's Well, at the moment, I'm working on. Obviously, I've recently released my song "Dancing Every Night." So if I can, I'm going to try and do a lyric video, a music video for that, and then in terms of music, I am working on a little project very soon, which I've always had.
Ooh.
A little project, a bit more than more than one song, I'll say, but I have a few songs that are going to be into an EP, but I'm just so I'm going to be starting recording I've got the lyrics and the music, but I'm just um, but I won't say more than that. But
That's
anyway,
good. What was I say? So, what do you think about social media and art? Like, in your opinion?
well, I know we spoke about this last time, so I think for me personally, in terms of um social media at the moment, obviously in general, like people say to me, drug thing does like I've sort of I suppose it is a good thing because I can promote my music and stuff, and more people can follow me and get to know me. But also that I've got to know obviously people like you because I didn't know obviously you until like through Instagram. So being able to sort of like get to know people and just keep in touch with people is a plus. Or like say if something good has happened, saying like making a nice post, say if it's I don't know a birthday, something like doing something like that. And then obviously there is a bad side, obviously negative comments, messages. I was watching Luton this morning and they were talking about obviously, like body shaming, like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
people obviously using filters and and I think with that I think it's okay to use certain filter maybe if it's like a funny one or something, but I think like airbrushing or photoshopping people. Well, if people want to do that, that's up to them. But I personally don't agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, my opinion, like, social media is like basically a way to connect to people like you and like spread like what you've been doing and that and just keep in touch with people. um
Yeah, definitely.
so how do you deal with like the haters and the people who's like jealous of you?
Well, I hope no one's jealous of me. But like, obviously, as you know, in January I did my song "Be Online Here," so that was one way of obviously with my music raising awareness of it. But I just try to obviously there's a thing of block report and whatever like on Instagram or always like if someone's whether it's someone's negative towards me or someone I know, say if it was on my live stream or something, I would report them on whatever or block. And then in obviously I don't know but I try best to like if anyone is going through, cyberbullying or whatever, I support them like recently a few weeks ago did a IGTV about rising up against obviously online bullying and tips and stuff. And obviously we did a collab about like sort of like online school, but obviously, even in that you can still have things happen. But yeah, I think it's just, be strong, ignore people, talk to people about it as well. But yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, honestly, I think people just like need to learn to not hate with people. Like, just need to calm down and stay kind to
Mm.
everyone, basically. Um. So, do you have like any tips for anyone who's maybe like mental health tips or just nature with?
Yeah. Well, obviously, to be fair, I've got to know a lot of people who may have certain um issues. Sorry, that was my dog, but anyway, some people who may have like certain, things, whatever it is. Well, my mum, for example, my mum has anxiety and depression, so obviously she's on medication and things. And I think if say you need meditation and because sometimes like with certain people they don't always realize or some people don't always know that they have or people may not notice that their loved one or their friend or someone is, has something, and maybe that the person obviously don't know themselves. But I think speak to obviously, medical professionals. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but as well, I think for me, especially if I've ever got things on my mind, I like to do, obviously listen to music and write songs, if like I know you write songs as well, so like find something where you can express yourself. But another thing is maybe just go for like a nice long walk or phone a friend or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, honestly, people should just have the time. Like, people need to have the time just to call someone. And in terms of nature, I think people should just go outside maybe and just explore.
Yeah,
Like, especially these
definitely.
crazy, especially these crazy times and um, yeah. So as you guys probably know, I don't know. As you guys know, probably Michael's probably spread around that you did a collab actually recently on your YouTube channel. So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I don't know if you. So I recently, as well as my song, well, we'll talk about a few clubs. So recently I did my song, Dancing Every Night, which was a collab with my friend Flynn from college. He makes music and he's got an amazing voice as well, even though he didn't actually sing on the song. But, he's amazing. And obviously I recently did a cover collab with, as I've been I think I know I probably mentioned this when I was on your podcast in January, but I would like to do more collabs with people. And obviously, I did a collab with a cover with someone that recently followed me called Emily, and we did a cover of only yesterday, but obviously when you upload this, it'll been about a week. But we did a cover of A Whole New World. So I think and then I sort of screen recorded it from my Instagram and put it on YouTube. And I think like we're saying with social media, being able to work with other people and sing with other people is like people probably never meet if it weren't for certain things, or like, oh, this person didn't sing or stuff like that. It's like being able to, and that's one of the main things I want to do is you know, and I'm might be planning on doing like a little cover series or some, or like maybe for over the summer, like do lots of collabs with people on covers or videos or whatever. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of your YouTube channel, I was actually part of it. Like you did like a day of life like control YouTube.
Oh yes, yes. Oh yes, yes. So I did. I've done too many collabs recently to think which one. So I did a YouTubers Control My Life for a Day. So obviously I did it with you. I did it with about 8 YouTubers in total. So I did it with obviously you, Namana, and obviously Namana's question, guys, was oh yes, whether I should walk home or get the bus home from college and she put the bus home. And then I basically collabed with YouTubers
Yeah.
who I used to, all sort of people through Instagram that I know. So I collabed with the so all the YouTubers, obviously there was you and there was a few other singers. One called Ali Lam from Australia,
Wow.
another yes, so I know people. From another singer called Becky Peters, who's in England. And then obviously there was obviously YouTubers as well. There was Esther, who has her own podcast like you, and she's from Montreal in Canada. I had another YouTuber called Adventures from with Isabella, but I'm not exactly sure where she's from, but she's from abroad somewhere as well. There was the Angelo Perella. He's Italian, but he lives in Montreal. Um, and I think that was everyone. There'll probably be someone. But it was so nice to be able to. Oh, and there was another YouTuber called Katie Elgin who does like and fashion and hauls and stuff. Um, and it was just so nice. I was like, I saw a YouTuber that I know, well, that I subscribe to, and they were a part of like YouTubers picked I think it was like Starbucks drink for a week or something like that. And I thought, why don't I do something else like that? So I did YouTubers Control a Day in My Life. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Which we always check out his YouTube channel, which we'll probably mention at the end. Which is
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. So another topic I probably want to talk about is like autism, because as you know, me and Michael both have autism. So do you want to explain like when you did diagnose and all that
Yeah.
stuff?
Um, so I was diagnosed with, so obviously I'm 17 next week. So I was diagnosed with autism in about April 2012 when I was about 7, nearly 8. And so basically how it was sort of happened was, um, for those of you who don't know me very well, my dad died when I was in was it when just a few weeks after my 7th birthday in June 2011, and obviously I was trying a lot, kid, obviously, but there was my auntie and my mum thought there was something a bit more to it than just crying all the time and stuff, and so I eventually got referred back to my old sort of specialist that I'd had for my low muscle tone when I was a baby, and she diagnosed me with autism and dyspraxia. And then a few years later, after I've been diagnosed in high school, obviously was diagnosed with dyslexia, but someone I know, I think they have low muscle tone, and one of their siblings have low autism, and they were saying having low muscle tone can be linked to having autism. So I may have had autism since I was a little kid. Because certain kids with autism cannot speak till they're like 3 or 4 years old. And Mum said I could not like really walk or talk until I was about 3.5 years old. So probably I did have autism when I was since I was probably born a toddler, but it wasn't triggered or diagnosed until after my dad died when I was a bit more older. But so I've had it for about had it like diagnosed for about 10 years now.
Wow.
Well, 9 years actually, but yeah.
So linking to that, did you ever got like bullied in like school/college or about it? Like,
Yeah, I did. For anyone who doesn't know, my YouTube channel, Michael Anthony, I did a series called Awesome Autism, and I spoke about this in an episode, and I recently spoke about this in my new IGTV series, Ability and Disability. But yeah, it was never specifically because I have autism. It was sort of autism made me a bit more. And I know we've talked about this as well, but a bit more. Obviously, a lot of people are understanding, but there are some people, I feel like it made me a bit more vulnerable. They didn't specifically bully me because I had autism. They didn't say anything. People didn't say anything about autism. It was just they just thought, it was funny, like I was an easy target to be bullied, so to speak. But yeah.
yeah, definitely. You know how it is like people like not listening and not. Um. So yeah. So what do you want to achieve in like your future? Like, have you thought of like anything lately?
Obviously, I'd love to become a famous singer, but I think in terms of like future, obviously, I'm in the first year of college, so get through obviously that last bit of first year and all the second year at college, and possibly I may be doing the third year as well, depending on sort of funding and stuff. But I think after obviously I leave college, I might be staying there for an extra year because they have like a university campus there, so I may be able to stay there for an extra year. But as well as that, I think obviously pursuing that dream of singing and hopefully if I do not become a famous singer, find a job within the sort of performing arts industry, which is obviously even if it is acting, not singing, but I'd like to do a bit of singing and acting, I suppose, but that's sort of my plans, and obviously carry on with YouTube and stuff. But yeah,
So yeah, so you're more like, so in other words, you want to have a job. So if you so so like plan B, you want to be like a famous singer, and then like plan B is like more your performing arts style, and then maybe plan C could be like your content creator stuff for YouTube.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause, because I've never with YouTube, I've enjoyed doing obviously covers, and then obviously I know you do the podcast, and um, but it's been able to. And even with obviously I don't make any like money off my songs or anything at the moment, but just being able to like enjoy, create content, whether that's doing the music videos or original songs or something all on my vlog channel, doing vlogs that people obviously, people subscribe to or that they enjoy watching it. And it's nice, obviously when people, like say, oh, because I know you were saying when I listened to podcast episode a week or so ago that a girl came up to you and asked you about your podcast. And like when people talk to me about my singing, and it's like if they give me a compliment back, that's the main goal. If people enjoy it, and part of obviously I think every singer would say is, or whatever you do in terms of like creating YouTube, is just for yourself to enjoy, but also the people who are watching to enjoy it as well. But yeah,
Yeah. Speaking of YouTube and Instagram, like I know you have like a chat show on your Instagram.
yes, I do.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, guys, so my Instagram is at my Quantum Music, like my YouTube channel, and I started in February, yeah, February, at the end of February, a Instagram chat show where I interview. Well, the man has been on it 3 times,
Well, two
but
officially and then one sneakily in a way.
yes, sort of, yeah. So. I sort of started it because I think because obviously like people like you and other people I know are doing podcasts or they're doing interview series or whatever, um, and I thought what because I like talking to people and stuff, so I thought it would be interesting to do that, and I think through my chat show, which is called Michael's Marvelous Chat Show, so basically what happens is I usually message people and say, oh, put on the stories sometimes if anyone would like to be into the suit. So if I think this person will be good, so obviously I message you about would you like to be on the chat show, and then obviously we schedule a time. I promote it sort of like on the story like the day before or set a few hours before, and obviously the people usually share it on their stories as well, and then I would go live with them for about no longer than 30 minutes. I think my shortest interview today is 9 and a bit minutes, and my longest was about 42 the other week.
Wow.
And so it can vary. It's usually no longer than 30 minutes, but I always if I can, I'll write some questions, send them to people, but sometimes I'll like, when you're doing some things, you can think of a question in your head and think, oh, actually, what what would or you might sometimes I think of extra questions that I'm like, oh, I wonder what their opinion is on this. So it's like just being able to, I know you've had a few guests on now, but just being able to chat to people, and through doing the chat show I've gained more sort of people, and a lot more people know me. It's like the people who come on the chat show, the people who follow them, not all of them do, but follow me as well. So I've been, I've more people have known Doctor sort of like know my Instagram, and hopefully get to know me a bit better as well. But it's a nice experience to meet some new people, and there's people, and I always think I love to obviously if I can get someone on my show, and if ever I'd like to have my own like proper chat like talk show or something on radio, that'd be good as well. But yeah.
Yeah, because I know you have people like all over the place, like even abroad.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is like madness.
Yeah, it is because I've had people obviously from England like you. I've had well, obviously, a few other people from the UK. I've had people from the USA, like in Wisconsin. I had someone on from, I can't remember. I've had a few different people from different states in America. I've had a few people from Montreal in Canada that like are sort of like there's a group of people that I've sort of like got to know from Montreal and Canada through one specific YouTuber who does interviews like you do, and I've had several of them on, and then most recently I've had a new friend of mine from all the way from Latvia, of all places. And he does music, and I had him on. It's called Amanito, and just being able to the thing, if I didn't start using Instagram a year ago, I would not have met all these, obviously like you, and obviously all these different people like doing the chat show. And if I, because I was, when I started doing the like you said, people from all over the place, literally. Being able to interview them and get to meet them, and like some of them, obviously, I spoke to Amanito on video call today and a few days ago, like being able to like sort of connect with people, make sort of new online friends as well, and just have nice conversations, whether it's via text or video call or having people that will support you in what you're doing is amazing. But yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. Like having a chat show can bring your content up. That's for sure. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. Do you have like in terms of your YouTube and your Instagram, like, do you have like any ideas what you could be like your next series could be, or any like?
I think obviously I'll carry on with my chat show.
Yeah,
As
like
much as
other
I
than
can.
your chat show and that.
Other than the chat, I know. But obviously, I've started a new series called Ability and Disability, which is I'm not sure how many episodes that's going to be, but I've done 2 episodes so far, and that's every sort of like weekend or Friday. And that's sort of like with my Awesome Autism series, that's sort of like obviously that was specifically talking about autism, but in this Ability and Disability series on Instagram, it's about talking about more than just one specific thing. And then in terms of singing, I would like to start doing more, if maybe doing like a sort of like collab cover series where I collab with different people on covers of whatever songs. And then I'm gonna see people. Obviously, earlier this year, I did a series on my music channel called Michael Anthony's Music Mondays. So I've been planning on. I did say to a lot of people that I would do like a second series of it. So hopefully, I'll be bringing, because I know people do seem to enjoy the series that I do. So I'm probably gonna start. I don't know when. Probably just going to start a second series of My Fantasy Music Mondays soon. But yeah, that's sort of the plans.
Yeah, that's awesome. Right. So, if you like to, I don't. It's no pressure. Would you like to sing like either a cover or a song that you made? It's up to you, by the way. If you want
That's sure I'll sing to it. Now there's a song that a lot of people like me to sing that Somewhere Over the Rainbow, so I'll sing a bit of that. Not all of it.
Yeah, just like a bit of it, if you like.
Yeah, I'll just sing about 2 minutes of it or something. So I first sort of obviously I've watched the film, but in my before college I used to be in like, and also sort of during the first part of college I used to be in a performing arts group, and we did I was in a theatre and rehearsing it, and obviously there's Somewhere Over the Rainbow, so I started singing, and people and my singing teacher said you need to start singing this more, so I thought, why not? And I just really enjoy singing it. So this is in the style of Ariana Grande, this version that I'm going to sing now. And of course, there's an advert, as usual. Somewhere over the rainbow, over there's a land that knows another. Somewhere over the rainbow, stars are blue, and the dreams that you dared to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where trouble melts like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, blue birds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow, wide and far. That's a bit of Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Oh, that was amazing, Michael. Like,
Thank you.
so for those people who was wondering like how to follow Michael and keep in touch with him, what are your social medias?
Right, so
If you can remember them all.
There's a lot. So on in terms of music, my music YouTube channel is called Antkers Music, Ankers, and that's where I do song covers, original songs, and sort of like music related videos. I also do some series as well, and obviously I've also got my vlog channel on YouTube called Antkers Vlogs, and then on other socials I have Instagram at Antkers Music, where obviously I post about my YouTube videos and stuff, but also you sort of like get to see a bit more of my life when I do my chat show. I also started a new songwriting business account called Antkers Lyrics.
Which you always should follow his business account out and help him out.
Yeah. Yes, it would be. I've not had any clients yet, but it's just one of those things. One of my friends said, "Why not give it a go?" So, and then on Facebook, it's just Antkers, and then Twitter, it's at Antkers. TikTok as well. I have TikTok as well. At MusicToMay47, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, that is a lot of social medias that you can all follow Michael at. Yeah, I don't know how you I don't know how you manage them all.
Oh, it's what I think with certain ones like Facebook, I obviously just used to like to promote my videos, or like Facebook messengers to message certain people. I think with Twitter it's the same thing. It's just posting about the videos. I'll say if I've been somewhere, I'll take a picture, post it. I think with TikTok and into my YouTube, because like sometimes like with TikTok, if I don't post a TikTok for a while, I think like what should I post? And like with Instagram, obviously that I've got my chat show, and obviously obviously with YouTube, obviously I've got 2 YouTube channels, which originally when I wanted to do a vlog channel, I asked my Instagram followers whether I should do a well, some people said no, some people said yes, but I think having 2 channels where it's not like a mix of different things, which is good sometimes with certain channels, but I think with with music, I think it's just have one focus on music, have one focus on mods. But because with college, I've got a lot more free time, so I can have the time to do all these different things and stuff. But yeah.
So thank you so much, Michael, for coming on today.
Do you
have any final words or wisdom?
Yeah. So thank you for letting me know, and thank you to anyone who's been listening. I don't know if anyone remembers, but I was also on the Miners podcast back in January, and so I've been on 2 times now. So yeah, guys, I would really appreciate if you just support me and check all my socials out and stuff. And if anyone would like to be on my chat show, if you listen to this, you're very welcome to do my Iceland's music. And just hope everyone has a nice weekend. When you'll be hearing this, it will be the weekend. So I hope everyone has a nice whatever you do in a week and everything. And I hope everyone has a nice upcoming sort of summer holidays in June, July, and August. And then the main thing is, obviously one of the reasons I'm on the podcast in May, for anyone who doesn't know, it's my birthday in May. So thank you to Namana for letting me be on.
Happy birthday, Michael.
Well, for in a week, and when the podcast will be out, it'll be 3 days before my birthday.
Yeah.
But being able, I think, just like we were saying before, having, and guys, if you were, with mental health or autism or anything like that, just try and find someone to talk to. But that's all I've got to say. Yeah,
and also all his social medias will be down below in the description when I get a chance to college and that. And once again, thank you for coming on, and happy early birthday.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
So that was the conversation with Michael Anchor. All his social medias will be down below in the description down below. Meant to say that. And Jazakallah khair for listening to this week's episode of Daily with Namana, which has Namana Ahmed. And next week's episode is going to be it's a topic that everyone's been talking about a while now, and I've been meaning to do a podcast about it, but I haven't had a chance to. But I decided next week's will be that topic. You guys probably know what it is. I don't want to give too much information away, you know what I meant. But I hope you guys stay tuned for that next week. And until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. And until then, Allah Hafiz and peace out for now. Bye.